Let's head over to the face room, but before we do, let's go ahead and launch our Jessie Casual figure. You can choose to use any figure you want to, but I'm in the Poser 6 folder, in a folder called Jessie, and I'm going to use Jessie Casual for this. And once she loads, I'm going to just go ahead to the face room. Now let's take a look at the tools we have available to us. Over here, we have our face preview. And what we can do is we can click this button here to have Poser give us a random face. And it's going to use the information in these dials here and our sliders to give us the face. We can use these ourselves to change them as well. So once again, we can hit random face and just play around until we find something we like. Or we can hit reset face room and go back to where we started. We can use these guys just like we can in the regular interface to rotate and to pan and all kinds of stuff. Zoom in and out. You also have the ability to apply your changes to your figure. And you definitely want to make sure you check out your Poser 8 manual to know how to restore things, because the changes we make here are actually applied to the geometry itself. So be very, very careful. We have our texture preview down here. And as you can see, we can see the texture that's applied on our model. We have our face shaping tools that allow us to manually click and drag to change our face and to add pins. But I'll talk more about these guys later on in the tweaking section. Here we have a caricature slider that we can move left and right to create a caricature. And we can have our exaggerations min and max as well. We can also choose to use morphs in both symmetry or asymmetry. And as I mentioned before, we have the ability to twirl open these guys here to manually adjust how we are able to change every single facet of our character. For example, let me go to eyes. I can move the eyes up and down. I can make them smaller or larger. Of course, you want to be careful not to go too far because you will deform the mesh too much. You can also do the same thing for the jaw. Make it wider, thinner. And down here, we have the ability to change the face texture. So we can go to a facial color. We can choose a beard. We can also change the eye sockets and even the ethnicity. So we can go to less or more African, less or more European, and even less or more Asian or East Indian. We have the age down here we can change. So we can make someone younger or older. And we also have the ability to change the gender, which pretty much just changes the tint a little bit. Over here we have our photo lineup, which we'll talk about in a moment when we talk about how to use photos to actually change our face texture by using photographs that we import ourselves based on photographs we either buy or take with our own cameras. So these are the tools that we'll be using in this section so that we can go ahead and start to play around with the faces inside of Poser.